How to send out messages on LinkedIn to people you're not connected with. Hi, my name is Chris Cosolino, and I am the co-founder and head of services at Uptown Creation, a B2B marketing and business development company. So today we're going to be talking about how to send messages to people that you're not connected with on LinkedIn. So as you may know, the big bottleneck on LinkedIn is having to be connected with somebody, essentially, to be able to send a message to them and ultimately get a conversation started. But there's a couple ways that you're able to send messages to people on a consistent basis without needing to be connected with that person. So the three ways of doing this are InMails and sending InMails to open profiles specifically, which I'll go over, using groups and sending messages to other members of groups that you're a part of, and using events and sending messages to other people who are attending the same event as you are. So we'll start off by going over InMails. So I'm going to be doing this in the LinkedIn Sales Navigator because that is the tool that we utilize. So if I just do a quick search of people in the United States, just for sake of example, what you'll notice is there's some people that have this golden IN or LinkedIn symbol next to their name, and that means that they're paying for a premium subscription. And you'll notice people that don't have that. So many people that have that golden IN next to their name are an open profile. So what that means is you're able to send an InMail to them without actually using an InMail credit. So you can see it says free to open profile. So what InMails are messages that you're able to send out to people that you're not connected with. And so when you have a premium subscription, LinkedIn will give you X amount of credits, anywhere from 10 to 50 credits a month. But then anything above those credits will cost $10 per InMail. So it's pretty pricey price tag on it. You're also able to stockpile InMail credits for up to 3 months. So if you get 30 InMail credits for a month, you can stockpile up to 90 to be able to send those out. And then in the course of a month, so from the first day of a month, all the way to the first day of the following month, you're able to send out 800 InMails. So those are good numbers to keep in mind. And so you might ask, if you're only able to have so many credits, how are you able to send out 800 InMails? And so the answer to that is by utilizing open profiles. So what I recommend doing, and what I do, is the people that are really, really good targets, I'll use my InMail credits on. So those are the ones that I'll go through and, try to prospect a little bit harder. And then it'll say you're using one of your 90 remaining credits. Now, if that person responds back to me, I actually get that credit back. But if they don't respond back to me, then I do not get that InMail credit back. But as I mentioned, InMails being sent to open profiles do not require an InMail credit to be used. So if you go down the list and look at people with this golden IN, chances are they are an open profile. But this is a good example of somebody who is a premium member but is turned off the open profile setting. So it's a setting in people's settings area on LinkedIn, and you can shut this off to make it so you don't get a bunch of messages. So some people will do that. So you'll encounter people every now and then that have the golden IN, but they have turned off the open profile setting. But for the most part, this is going to be the best way to do things. So if you break it down, you're able to send out, 50 to 100 or more InMails in a single day, and 800 for the month. You could even send out 800 InMails all in one day. That would take a little bit of time, but just to get that volume up, and sending messages to open profiles is a really good way to, drive traffic to a post that you've made, drive traffic to a lead gen form, and do things like that. So that is InMails. The second way that I mentioned is going off of groups that you're in. So I'm just going to search the word pharmacy and see what groups I'm in for pharmacy. So if I search the word pharmacy and then sort by groups, that'll show me a lot of the pharmacy groups, ones that I'm in and ones that I'm not in. You'll have to request to join a lot of groups before you're able to utilize this strategy, but chances are you'll get accepted pretty quickly. So let me just go into one of the groups that I'm in. And if I look at the right side here, I can see that there's 37,000 members. So if I hit see all on this, now I can see everybody who is a member in this group. So now I can search different phrases if I'm looking for a specific type of person. So I just searched to try to look for all the certified pharmacy technicians in this group. So that is the way that you'll have to sort to make sure you're getting the demographic that you're looking for. But then what you're able to do is click message and send a message because you're both part of this group. So even though this is a third degree connection for me, I'm able to send a message directly to their inbox through groups because we're part of that same group. It'll be similar in the sense of InMails that they'll have to kind of accept that message to be able to continue the conversation. So I think it's a good practice to be able to keep things light in this first message and really focus on trying to get a response from the people. So, asking something about the group, asking something that's related to a group topic is a good way just to get that conversation going and get people to respond to that initial message. The final way to send out messages to people that you're not connected with are to message people that are attending the same event as you are. So LinkedIn put on an event that was called LinkedIn Spark. And so this was teaching for virtual sales. So this was a really good, I need to get that search down. This is a really good way to target people who are self-identifying themselves as looking for other sales solutions, but also looking to learn more about virtual selling and selling online. So if I type in LinkedIn Spark and then sort by events, that was an event that I was attending. Now, if I look at some of the future events, what I can show you is, so this event has 269 attendees. If I mark myself as attending this event, now I'll be able to look at these attendees and further filter them, or just go through the list and look at the people's titles, the companies they work for, and if I think that they would be a good target. So then, similar to how groups are, since I'm attending the same event as them, I'm able to send a message without being connected. Again, similar to groups, I think the best way to do this is to talk about the event or talk about a topic around the event, asking why they signed up for the event, why they plan on attending, things like that, just to get the conversation started and then take it from there. So the caveat here is with sending messages to groups and members that are attending an event, there is a limit on the number of messages that you're able to send out before you start getting some restrictions. So this is the only time that LinkedIn will restrict the number of messages that you're able to send out. So what I would recommend doing is sending out about 50 messages at a single time. And you can do 50 to 100 in a day, but making sure to split that up into 2 sessions if you're going to do that. This is unique because when you're a first degree connection with somebody, LinkedIn doesn't limit the amount of messages you can send out. If you have 10,000 connections, you can send out 10,000 messages to those first degree connections all in a day. Similarly, with InMails, the only limitation is that hard cap on 800 InMails a month, but they don't limit the velocity that you're able to send them out. So that is just something to be aware of. Hopefully this was a helpful video and allows you to get some more volume up in terms of outreach on top of sending connection requests, sending messages to those first degree connections, but also being able to reach out to people you're not yet connected with. Let me know what questions you have. If this video was helpful, give it a like, give us a subscribe, and connect with me on LinkedIn.